Hello and welcome back. I'm Odi, your operatic Italian tutor. Today we're going to be analysing another very beautiful aria, a much more, let's say, interesting aria, because the music is much more complex compared to the ones we've already analysed. So, let's dive right in. Che fiero costume by Giovanni Legrenzi. Now, let's begin with some context. This is a 17th century aria by Giovanni Legrenzi, originally part of a cantata and later associated with his opera Eteocle e Polinice. In modern performance, it functions as an independent chamber aria. The text is a sharp, witty complaint against the god of love, Cupid, portrayed as a winged tyrant who forces mortals to adore him through suffering. Cupid is described as a blind, milk-lipped child who nonetheless conquers hearts with deceit. The tone is lively and biting, with a clear sense of irony and mockery. So the music in this case is actually very well suited to the text, and it's a very beautiful piece, and it's incredibly expressive. And so far, I'd say that this is the most complicated aria we're going to be analysing, both from a musical point of view, fair, that's not something we're going to be analysing now, but also from a textual point of view and from a linguistic point of view. So, let's read slowly in Italian. Che fiero costume, d'aligero nume, che a forza di pene si faccia adorar. Eppur nell'ardore il Dio traditore, un vago sembiante, mi fe idolatrar. Che crudo destino, che un cieco bambino, con bocca di latte, si faccia stimar. Ma questo tiranno, con barbaro inganno, entrando per gli occhi, mi fe sospirar. Now, this is a gorgeous text. The music itself is very beautiful as well. When you sing this, you need to feel a little bit like a drama queen, honestly. Because it's, oh no, Cupid, the god of love, has struck me with his arrow. Oh no, this barbarous god, and all the rest of it. So you need to be, this is one of those cases where you can be a little bit, extravagant and enjoy yourself quite a bit. Now, let's read the translation. What fierce behavior of the winged god, who by force of pains makes himself adored, and yet in my passion, the god, the traitor, a beautiful face, he made me adore. What cruel fate, that a blind child with mouth of milk he makes himself esteemed. But this tyrant, with barbarous trickery, entering through the eyes, made me sigh. Now, most probably you're not really following along because the text is strange, and it is indeed. So let's have a look carefully. Now, I suggest we first have a look at the vocabulary and grammar notes, and then we can go back and explain everything. So, fiero. Fiero can also mean proud. So, I'm proud of something I've done, okay? But in this case, it means fierce, harsh. Costume. Costume da bagno means it's swimwear, something you'd wear to go to the beach. But costume, in this case, is behavior, custom. You can see custom, costume. The root is the same. Daligero. This is complicated. Ali, in Italian, are wings. Aligero is winged. So, in this case, literally, it is of winged. So, as we'll see, what fierce custom of winged god of that blah blah. So, essentially, what harsh behavior that this winged god has. Nume, an older word for deity or god. Pene, pains, torment, punishment. Just a little warning, pene also means penis, and you can understand that the root is exactly the same. So make sure you know what you're singing here. Ardore. Ardore is heat, fervor. Vago. Now, you might think, oh yes, I know this word. It means vague. No. It does mean vague as well. Una vaga idea, una proposizione vaga. Yes, it definitely does mean vague as well. But in this older Italian, it means charming, attractive, beautiful. And the following word is also very important. Sembiante, un vago sembiante, a beautiful face, a beautiful visage, if you will. Idolatrar, idolatrare. Now, you probably recognize this word, idolatry, which means to adore idols. In this case, literally, it means that Cupid, the winged god, made me fall in love or be lustful over a very beautiful face. So that's the point here. Bocca di latte. Bocca di latte. Literally, mouth of milk. Now you might be wondering, what on earth does mouth of milk mean? Well, think of it for a second. Who has milk stained around his lips? Children. So, in this case, Cupid is being accused of being incredibly young and, by extension, silly, stupid, an imbecile, and simply not mature. Yet, he has flung his arrow and made us fall in love, and we're so spiteful and angry about it. Inganno. This is a very beautiful word, and you will find it all the time in Italian operatic text, so make sure you learn it. It means trickery, deceit. Ingannare means to deceive, to trick. Sospirare, sospirar in this case. It means to sigh. And as an aside, for those of you who know the piano repertoire a little bit as well, there's a very beautiful concert etude by Liszt called Un Sospiro. The melody is incredibly beautiful. It means a sigh. It's a very beautiful word. Now, let's go back and let's see what this means. So, che fiero costume da ligero nume. So, what fierce behavior the winged god has, who makes himself adored by force of pains. And yet, in my passion, my love, my lust, the god, the traitor, this treacherous god, Cupid, made me adore a beautiful face. Essentially, this stupid, treacherous god made me fall in love with a beautiful woman. Then, next phrase. So, let's separate the two. So, actually, let's do this. Che fiero costume, parenthesis. Aligero nume si faccia adorar. So, the winged god makes himself adored by force of pains. Oh, how awful this is, right? So, again, essentially, if you were to follow the structure of meaning semantically, it would be 1, 2, 3, and a little aside. Oh, how awful, right? Then, yes, we We analyze this part as well. New phrase. Che crudo destino. Che crudo destino. And what cruel fate that a blind child with mouth of milk makes himself esteemed. So, what cruel fate that this young, stupid, infantile god makes himself esteemed. So, un cieco bambino, he's also blind, by the way. So not only is he young and stupid and all the rest of it, but he's also blind. Un cieco bambino si faccia stimar con bocca di latte. And once again, che crudo destino. So essentially you begin with the comment. Oh, this stupid god makes himself esteemed, and he has a mouth of milk. So, statement. Who? Un cieco bambino. What does the cieco bambino do? Si fa stimar. How is this cieco bambino? Con bocca di latte. And then frustration. Ah, che crudo destino. New phrase. Ma questo tiranno mi fe sospirar. So, this tyrant has made me sigh. How? Con barbaro inganno entrando per gli occhi. So, this tyrant, this Cupid, has made me sigh. What does that mean? He's made me fall in love. So this tyrant, this awful god, has made me fall in love. And how did he do this? Through trickery. Through my eyes. He made me see someone so beautiful, this beautiful woman, that I've fallen in love with her. Oh, I've fallen in love. That's the point here. It's very melodramatic. Essentially, it's someone complaining that he's fallen in love. Oh, this bloody tyrant god. Now, as you can clearly see here, the structure itself isn't all that clear. And these little parenthetical phrases, these comments, these asides, they occur all the time. So if you don't know how the sentence structure, what the sentence structure is, you can't phrase this properly. There's absolutely no way. Even if you sing the notes correctly and you follow the music, you really need to understand what's going on here. Now, let's have a look at the pronunciation notes. Fiero, fiero. Not fiero. Fiero, fiero. F, y, not y, not e. No, it's the in-between. Fiero, fiero. Sembiante, sembiante. Not sembiante. It's the same story as before. Mbia, mbia, mbia. Sembiante, sembiante. Bocca, bocca. Long k, k. Two C's in a row, followed by something that's not a front vowel, gives you a k. Bocca. Not bocca, no. Bocca. Latte. Two T's means long t. Latte. Latte. Not latte. Latte. Tiranno. Once again, long n. It's a long sound. N. N. Tiranno. Tiranno. Not tirano. Tiranno. tiranno. And finally, same sound again, long N, so inganno, inganno, and not ingano, inganno. While we do have a fair amount of complexity regarding the text itself, the pronunciation isn't that bad. Just make sure that you pronounce everything clearly, and that you pay close attention to the glides, because it's quite a shame because it's such an easy little thing to fix, but oftentimes you hear singers who they just insert a new sound. Fiero. No, it's not fiero. It's not sembiante. No, it's sembiante. Fiero. So make sure you pronounce these properly. Now, let's read it once again from the beginning with meaning and impeccable pronunciation. Che fiero costume, d'aligero nume, che a forza di pene si faccia adorar. E pur nell'ardore, il Dio traditore, un vago sembiante mi fe idolatrar. Che crudo destino che un cieco bambino con bocca di latte si faccia stimar. Ma questo tiranno con barbaro inganno, entrando per gli occhi, mi fe sospirar. A very, very beautiful text here, and make sure you understand what you're saying so you can express this. On the one hand, when you fall in love, it can be frustrating, but it's also beautiful. So here you need to express this melodramatic, bittersweet feeling. Oh, you bloody God, you forsaken creature, you've made me fall in love with what? Un vago sembiante, a beautiful face, a beautiful visage. Oh, how awful this is. I mean, everyone knows here you're just complaining for the sake of complaining, right? So make sure that you convey this meaning, this frustration, because it is frustrating, right? Love is beautiful, but it is also frustrating. So that is all for Che fiero costume. This, I'd like to mention, is part of a short 10-part series on 10 most commonly sung beginner pieces of the repertoire. I've analysed them all in my booklet, which is what I'm using right now, which you're seeing on my tablet screen. So if you're interested, you can download it. You can find the link down below, completely free. However, this is just the starting point. If you want to up your game, and if you want to sing with meaning and impeccable pronunciation, this is not enough. This is definitely a very good starting point, because by studying these things, you will begin to realize how much there is to study and how much hidden meaning there is in every single word. So if you're interested, I offer one-to-one lessons. You can check out my website down below. I offer custom tailor-made lessons. There's no cookie cutter method because it simply doesn't work. We focus and concentrate on what you need, what your needs are, what your ambitions, what your desires are, so we can get you exactly to where you need. So if you're interested, check it out, links down below. And that is all for today, and see you next time.